Dear God, why me? I want you to make me understand why it's always bad news after bad news. Is it because I don't read the Bible enough, pray enough, give enough? Or am I just cursed and full of bad luck? I just want to... Oh, hey there. My name is Amanda. And from where I sit, I'm a bitter girl. Because life... I have so many questions for God. And I don't know if it's wrong to question God. You'll probably say yes. But anyway, let me tell you my story and let you be the judge of whether I should be this bitter. I did not have a smooth childhood. Grew up in a children's home after my parents supposedly abandoned my brother and I. I don't have so much details about that, so I won't delve into that. And as the good child I was, I worked hard. Because as they say, elimu ndio ngao ya maisha. Or is it ufunguo wa maisha? That is what they told us, that education would open doors for us. Well, got into law school and bagged that law degree. I thank God for the home. They organized this big party to celebrate me. And to them, they were so sure that I will do well in life. I mean, a whole lawyer. And as they say it in Kiswahili, wakili mzima. As is the norm, I started applying for jobs because I knew that I had to take myself through the Kenya School of Law. I really applied. I think by the end of the job hunt, I had already mastered the art of CV and cover letters writing. I should probably start a master class on that. It took me, how long did it take me to get a response? 1 month. Not too bad. But how long did it take me to get a positive response? 5 months. I know by now you may be wondering, that's not too bad. Why are you so bitter? People have greater problems. At least I'm healthy and alive. But when I tell you it was torture, for the children who looked up to me to constantly see me wake up to nothing, yet I had a law degree. The constant question of where I went wrong. But finally, there was a silver lining at the end of the cloud. Light at the end of the tunnel. I finally got that call. Hello? Oh, I got the position. Okay, yes, I'm available. Yeah, now this is what I bargained for with all my hard work. I was so excited as I ironed those clothes. I was excited. I was happy. I was enthusiastic. I was elated. I mean, insert all the adjectives that are appropriate to these situations. This is the life I bargained for. This was to be the beginning of an amazing career journey. But 2 months later, I was declared redundant. I mean, how do you get declared redundant in an entry-level position? And in fact, how do you get declared redundant in a legal space? I knew there was something about me getting this breakthrough. Because in life, getting breakthroughs was not the norm for me. I mean, at least the only breakthrough I'd ever gotten is to get that law degree. What I didn't tell you is that immediately I got the job, I rented this space and took my brother from the home. You know, giving back. How do I tell him that I lost the job? How do I tell him that he will be living a life that is lower than what he had at the children's home?
Amanda, unalia?
Hapana, Lewis. I think nimechoka. Enda ucheze na watoto.
So.
Fake it till you make it. Each time I have to get out of that house or face Lewis, I have to look all put together. I mean, the world needs a person who looks all put together. And that thing hurts. I confided in friends. I did. And the answers I got were not satisfactory. And that's why I'm here seeking answers from the one who is all-knowing. And man, doesn't he seem so far?
Babe, I know you're going through a rough time. Hang on. I know that God has a good plan for you. Everything happens for a purpose.
For a purpose? Show me the purpose. Show me the good plan. Where's the good plan when I brought an innocent Lewis here to suffer? Where's the good plan when I have lost the job? Where's the good plan? Show me the purpose. Oh, wait. It could be the fire accident.
On to the first story of our bulletin today. A fire broke out at midday at the Synergy Suits on Waiaki Way. The fire destroyed thousands of property and injured a number of people. Unfortunately, we lost 3 lives. The cause of the fire is still unknown.
The Synergy Suits. That is where the law firm was located. And some of these friends rationalized it to mean that I was being prevented from the fire by losing the job. But why is it that I didn't get a job at another place before so that I could be prevented from all this suffering, continuous suffering? These rationalizations don't make sense to me. When you memaliza kucheza?
Watoto wameenda kukula.
Oh, okay. I think hata mimi wacha nikupikie. Wewe kuja tu kaya hapa, wacha nikupikie. Sawa? Kuja tu hapo niangalie ni bricks zako bado ziko pale, but kaa tu hapo nipike. Napika tu haraka. Alafu tutanini ushibe ili uweze kulala.
Sawa.
Uko karibu kumaliza chakula. Sasa hizi ni late sana. Nataka ulale mapema. So hata kile utafanya, peleka hizi pale kwa kitchen, nitaosha kesho. Upeleke, alafu uvae ile sweta. Sawa? Lewis. What's up? What's wrong? What's happening? Lewis. Let me get water. Hey, oh my God. Lewis. Your guess is right. We lost him. I'm not even bitter anymore. I'm just confused. How can all these things happen just to one person? I honestly don't know what to think or believe anymore. Oh, hey there. I know you may be thinking that I miraculously got another lawyer job, got a big house. That's not the case. I got a house manager job, what people would commonly refer to as a house help. And I know you may also be asking yourself why a whole lawyer will do this job. But I wish I had an option. A relative hooked me up, and trust you me, this is better than sleeping hungry. And do I still have questions for God? Yes, I do. But I won't waste your time asking you, about those questions and seeking for answers, because you'll probably tell me the same thing that I have heard. That everything is working together for my good. The good that I am not seeing. What is that? Hi, how may I help you?
Hi, I'm looking for Amanda Mumbi.
That's me.
I believe I have a package for you.
A package for me? There's nobody who knows where I live, let alone will send me a package.
Well, that is not of my concern. I would like you to sign here. Show
Okay.
that I've delivered your package. Sign here.
Okay. That's so weird though. That's very weird. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.
Hey, yes, well.
Okay. Why does this book seem so relevant to my situation? And who could have possibly sent this book? The first day of the devotional just demystified that it is okay not to be okay. I was so used to putting up a strong face to people. I ended up pretending with God. Sir, Madam, Miss, I'm here to tell you, it is okay not to be okay. You don't have to look all put together before God. Wow. As you think of these instances, I want you to journal down all your feelings directed to Him. The same way you trust human beings with your feelings, in fact, trust God much more. Way more than that. Be broken. Tell Him. And like human help, He has a solution. And even before we jump into it, pray about your current situation. Just be raw before God. Be real before God and do not pretend. God says that He desires a broken and a contrite spirit. So a broken and a contrite spirit, that is what you should give before God. And after that, just surrender. Pray unto God. Pray about that situation. Do not pretend. Because He's a good God and He's sovereign and He knows your situation. One thing that comes into test whenever we face grief, loss, suffering is still comprehending God's love. When God feels so far from us and we can hardly hear Him, the big questions become, does He still love us? And if He still loves us, then why is it that we are suffering? Where is His love, mercy, and faithfulness? Haven't we been faithful enough to Him? Why are we suffering? Psalms 103 verse 11 to 14. For as high as the heavens are above the earth, so great is His steadfast love towards those who fear Him. As far as the east is from the west, so far does He remove our transgressions from us. As a father shows compassion to his children, so the Lord shows compassion to those who fear Him. For He knows our frame. He remembers that we are dust. That is our God, a God of love. He is a promise keeper.
God of Abraham, you're the God of covenant and faithful promises. Time and time again, you have proven you'll do just what you say. And though the storms may come and the winds may blow, I'll remain steadfast. And let my heart learn when you speak a word, it will come to pass. 'Cause great is your faithfulness to me, and great is your faithfulness to me. From the rising sun to the setting same, I will praise your name. And from the rising sun to the setting same, I will praise your name. And God, from age to age, though the earth may pass away, your word remains the same. Yeah, your history can...
Understanding we are sojourners in this world and that ultimately we desire to be in heaven with God where there will be rest is powerful. Sicknesses, for instance, is something that at one time or another we are bound to experience. And I know this may not be the most therapeutic thing to tell a person in pain and suffering. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the reality. We live in an imperfect world. In Him we have obtained an inheritance, having been predestined according to the purpose of Him who works all things according to the counsel of His will. In this letter of Paul to the Ephesians, he says that we have obtained inheritance from God and that God works all things according to the counsel of His will. I love the NIV version a little bit more. In him we were also chosen, having been predestined according to the plan of him who works out everything in conformity with the purpose of his will. Everything that is happening is in conformity of God's will. Nothing is an oops to him because God is sovereign. Isaiah 55 verse 8 to 9. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. Today's portion will be short and sweet. Just that. God's thoughts and ways are not like ours. Sometimes we just don't get the answers. And as uncomforting as that is just the truth. So how do we forge forward in those times that are so difficult and we do not have the answers? The grace of God. Second Corinthians chapter 12 verse 9. But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you. My power is made perfect in weaknesses. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly of my weaknesses, so that the power of Christ may rest upon me.
I didn't say you'd never taste the bitter kiss of death, or have to walk through chilly Jordan to enter into rest. But I did say I'd be waiting right on the other side. Oh yeah, and I did say I'll dry every tear you cry. So just keep on walking, don't turn to the left or right. And in the midst of darkness, let this be your light. That hell can't separate us, and you're gonna make it through. This is the promise, this is the promise I've made to you. Oh, this is the promise, this is the promise I've made to you.
Psalms chapter 9 verse 9 to 10. The Lord is a refuge for the oppressed, a stronghold in times of trouble. God is our refuge. We run to him. We cry unto him, and he comforts and delivers us. He is a God that we can trust. His salvation lasts, and it is not vain as a man's salvation. May we be found at the place of prayer during difficult times. May we surrender. Surrendering to God is the best thing to do during difficult times. And it is an act of knowing who really is in control and giving control to that person, who in this case is God, our Father, our Heavenly Father. Dear Lord, I surrender.
The hour is dark, and it's hard to see what you are doing here in the ruins and where this will lead. Oh, but I know that down through the years, I look on this moment and see your hand on it, and know you are here. And I'll testify of the battles you won, how you are my potion when there wasn't enough. and I'll testify of the seas that we crossed, the waters you parted, and the waves that I walked, singing, oh, my God did not fail, singing, oh, it's the story I'll tell, and oh, I know it is well. Oh, it's the story I tell. Leaving it hard, with no options of you. When I can see how you're moving, I know you're proving you're the God who comes through. Oh, but I know that over the years, I look back on this moment and see your hand on it and know you are here. And I testify of the battles you won, how you are my portion when there wasn't enough. And I'll testify of the seas that you've crossed, the waters you parted, and the waves that I walked, singing, oh, my God did not fail, singing, oh, it's the story I'll tell, singing, oh, I know it is well, and oh, it's the story